Have you ever sensed that airports might be concealing information from you? Do you think your boarding pass has more significance than just a seat number? Or that turbulence might not be the most frightening aspect of flying? For travelers eager to feel more informed, secure, and self-assured, this video uncovers the secrets airlines and airports prefer to keep under wraps. There is much more going on behind the scenes, from the boarding gate to the security checkpoint and your seatbelt, than most passengers realize. No matter how frequently you fly, these insights could transform how you prepare, pack, and respond at the airport. Don't forget to subscribe to Travel Tactics and check the description for official travel resource links and essential products to make your next flight smoother, safer, and less stressful. Chapter 1 speaks about the significance of SSS on your boarding pass. The presence of SS on your boarding pass might seem trivial, but it indicates you face extra security screening, secondary security screening selection. This signal implies you'll undergo a more extensive inspection where your bag can be searched and your movements monitored. This process isn't random. Criteria like last-minute bookings, one-way tickets, or cash payments can trigger it. Even an unusual checkerboard pattern instead of letters could have the same implications. Travelers often report that this can result in delays, missed flights, or added stress, especially if they were unaware of the code beforehand. Chapter 2 reveals why airplane seats are mostly blue. Blue serves as more than just a corporate branding choice, it's rooted in psychology. Airlines choose blue upholstery because it calms passengers, reducing in-flight anxiety. Research indicates that blue shades inspire trust and calmness, which is exactly the mindset airlines aim to promote in confined, high-altitude settings. There's also a practical aspect. Stains and wear are less noticeable on navy or dark blue fabrics. In busy environments like aircraft cabins, blue keeps a cleaner appearance longer, minimizing deep cleaning and replacement costs. Chapter 3 discusses the hazards of discarding your boarding pass. After boarding, your used boarding pass may feel like refuse, but tossing it in a public trash bin poses real risks. These slips often contain sensitive personal information, your full name, frequent flyer number, or booking reference, which could be exploited to alter reservations or gather personal details. It's safest to take it home and shred it. Digital boarding passes can help, but they should also be deleted from your mobile wallet once your trip ends. In Chapter 4, we explore whether it's better to board the plane first or last. Many travelers believe that boarding early will help them avoid crowds or secure overhead space. However, experienced flyers often choose to wait until the last boarding group. Later boarding reduces the time spent confined in a cramped space and eases the overall experience, especially by avoiding a rush down narrow aisles. The exception lies with overhead bin availability. If you have a large or awkward bag, boarding early secures space near your seat. Chapter 5 highlights the secret mechanism on the lavatory door. While airplane lavatories appear to be securely locked from the inside, flight attendants have the ability to open them quickly in emergencies. Just behind the lavatory sign is a hidden lever that unlocks the door from outside. This safety feature is essential in situations when someone loses consciousness or a child locks themselves in. It reminds us that privacy on board has limitations when safety is at stake. Chapter 6 addresses the real threat posed by turbulence versus updrafts. Many passengers fear turbulence, but it's typically not dangerous. Aircraft are designed to endure heavy jolts. Instead, pilots are more concerned about updrafts, strong vertical air currents commonly encountered near thunderstorms. These can rapidly lift an aircraft, destabilizing its altitude or speed. Unlike turbulence, which primarily jostles the plane, updrafts can cause altitude shifts necessitating urgent corrections. Nighttime flights or poor radar visibility make these conditions more challenging to predict. Pilots receive extensive training and real-time weather updates to navigate these hidden dangers. In Chapter 7, we learn how planes avoid mid-air collisions. Even though air traffic seems congested, collisions are extremely rare due to traffic collision avoidance systems, TCAS. These systems continuously monitor nearby aircraft, alerting pilots with warnings such as traffic at 10 miles and providing directional commands as they close in. Automated instructions help ensure aircraft adjust courses autonomously without depending on visual sightings. This silent coordination is crucial to maintaining aviation's status as one of the safest transport methods. Chapter 8 explains the scientific reasoning behind the bland taste of airplane food. This blandness is caused by cabin pressure and dry air, which can diminish your ability to taste salt and sugar by up to 30%. Airline kitchens adapt recipes by increasing spices or seasoning compared to ground meals. Additionally, constant cabin noise impacts flavor perception. Studies suggest that wearing noise-canceling headphones can enhance food enjoyment by limiting auditory distractions. Some airlines even customize menus to incorporate umami-rich components, which hold up better at altitude. Chapter 9 enumerates what the cabin dings and chimes signify. The familiar sounds heard mid-flight aren't random. Each one conveys a specific message. A single chime generally indicates the landing gear has been retracted after takeoff. 3 low tones signal upcoming turbulence, alerting the crew to secure carts and fasten seatbelts. Crew members use a high-low chime to summon assistance to a specific area. These audio signals enable staff coordination without disrupting passengers, ensuring flights remain safe and orderly. Chapter 10 discusses where to sit for the least turbulence. Turbulence affects different parts of the aircraft variably, with the calmest ride typically found over the wings, where the plane's center of gravity is positioned. This section absorbs and balances motion better than the front or back, which behave more like seesaw ends. Passengers prone to motion sickness or anxiety often find the middle section much more soothing. Choosing seats here won't completely eliminate turbulence, but it can lessen the jolting movements many find unsettling. In Chapter 11, we touch on why pilots eat different meals. Airlines enforce this procedure to decrease the risk of both pilots suffering from food poisoning. They're required to consume different dishes, sometimes sourced from various establishments. If one meal happens to be contaminated, the other remains safe. Furthermore, pilots stagger their meal times, ensuring one remains attentive and fully functioning. This practice is effective in managing the rare but serious risk of onboard foodborne illnesses. Chapter 12 reveals the dirtiest spots on a plane. It's common to think the lavatory is the filthiest area, but testing indicates otherwise. Headrests, tray tables, seat pockets, and seat belts often harbor more bacteria. For instance, one study found that 1/3 of seatbelts had traces of yeast and mold. Tray tables can surprisingly contain more germs than a typical household toilet. The quick turnaround between flights leaves little time for comprehensive cleaning. Passengers concerned about hygiene should consider carrying disinfectant wipes to clean their space. Chapter 13 clarifies what finishing paperwork entails for pilots. When pilots mention they're finalizing paperwork, they're engaged in essential tasks. This process involves confirming the flight plan, checking weight and balance, routing for weather conditions, and reviewing the flight log. Completing this paperwork ensures regulatory compliance and flight safety. The log becomes part of the permanent flight record, and any holdup in completion can delay takeoff. So, though it may sound like an excuse, it's a crucial pre-flight measure. Chapter 14 reveals secret crew bedrooms. Long flights can sometimes exceed 10 hours, so cabin crew require rest just like passengers. This is where crew rest compartments come into play. These hidden sleeping areas, accessed via unmarked doors, are found above or below the passenger cabin. Designed for comfort and privacy, they allow staff to rotate rest during long journeys. Some compartments can accommodate as many as 10 berths, equipped with lighting, bedding, and ventilation systems. Regulations mandate crew rest based on flight duration to maintain alertness. In Chapter 15, we learn about the hidden strength of airplane windows. Airplane windows serve more than just a view. They're engineered for strength and safety. Most windows consist of 3 layers: an outer pane managing pressurization, a middle pane for insulation, and an inner one for protection. The small hole you may notice in the bottom layer, termed a breather hole, helps balance pressure. The rounded shape of windows also plays a crucial role. Early square designs failed under pressure due to stress concentration at the corners. Modern curved windows distribute stress more evenly, enhancing safety significantly. Chapter 16 addresses why planes are struck by lightning yet remain safe. Commercial aircraft encounter lightning strikes roughly once annually. This occurrence is far less perilous than it sounds. Planes are crafted from conductive materials like aluminum, allowing the electrical charge to flow along the exterior and exit harmlessly. Contemporary aircraft undergo testing to endure these strikes without sustaining operational damage. Interestingly, planes don't just get hit, they can also instigate lightning. Flying through charged clouds generates static electricity that can trigger discharges. Thanks to advanced engineering, lightning incidents are more a spectacle than a threat. Chapter 17 examines airport layout strategies designed to increase spending. Have you noticed how airport pathways guide you through a maze of shops before reaching your gate? This design is intentional. Airports are strategically constructed to subtly encourage spending. Many terminals lead passengers through duty-free zones post-security, often veering left to attract right-handed travelers who handle luggage with their right hand and browse with their left. Soothing music, comfortable lighting, and curated seating influence spending behaviors. Studies indicate that relaxed passengers are up to 10% more likely to spend on food, souvenirs, or travel extras. Chapter 18 reveals the truth behind duty-free pricing. Duty-free doesn't always equate to cheaper prices. While some alcohol and tobacco products may show savings, many items such as perfumes, snacks, or electronics can actually cost more than at regular retail stores. Duty-free regulations differ by country, and restrictions on liquid carry-ons apply during layovers. Even sealed duty-free goods might be confiscated at subsequent security points. Savvy travelers research prices online beforehand and weigh whether convenience outweighs the potential extra costs. Chapter 19 debunks the 2-hour early arrival rule. Most airlines recommend arriving 2 hours before a flight, but this isn't universally necessary. At major airports during peak times, 2 hours may be tight. However, at smaller airports or during off-peak times, arriving 90 minutes early is typically adequate. So why the broad recommendation? Extended wait times translate to longer spending opportunities in shops and eateries, boosting airport revenues. This golden hour between security and boarding is when passengers are most impulsive. Arriving smarter can save both time and money. Chapter 20 addresses issues of free water versus overpriced bottles. Airport water prices can be exorbitant, but you don't have to pay those marked up rates. Most airports have water refill stations available after security. Bringing a reusable empty bottle allows you to fill up for free. Refilling stations are often near restrooms or gate areas. If you can't find one, ask airport staff or check the airport website, which often publishes refill station locations. Keeping hydrated is critical, especially amidst dry cabin conditions. Chapter 21 shows how to steer clear of currency exchange scams. Airport currency exchange booths typically offer unfavorable rates. Hidden service fees and unfavorable conversion margins are common issues. A more prudent strategy involves withdrawing local currency from ATMs using a card that has low foreign transaction fees. Some travelers opt to pre-order currency from their bank or utilize travel money cards for competitive rates. Planning ahead can lead to significant savings and alleviate travel day stress. Chapter 22 shares packing secrets used by frequent flyers. Efficient packing involves more than just saving space. It minimizes stress. Rolling clothes instead of folding them optimizes space and reduces wrinkles. Filling your shoes with socks or small items allows for maximum utilization of available space. Compression bags are excellent for condensing bulky items like jackets. Even smart organizational tactics, like using a pill organizer for earrings or a mint tin for cash, can provide space-saving solutions. Frequent travelers endorse these methods to avoid checked bag fees and expedite airport security. In Chapter 23, we caution against certain airport foods. That enticing sushi bar or spicy street food at your departure gate may not be your best choice. Eating unfamiliar or rich foods before flying can upset your stomach, especially with the cabin pressure changes. Foodborne illness is the last thing anyone wants at 35,000 feet. It's advisable to stick with lighter, familiar meals prior to traveling. For those sensitive to dairy, high-fat foods, or spicy dishes, it's best to wait until you reach your destination. Staying hydrated and choosing safe, plain snacks will help you feel better during your journey. Before diving into our next set of airport secrets, don't forget to subscribe to Travel Tactics. This way, you won't miss any insider travel information like this. Also, check the description for official travel resources and must-have essentials like TSA-approved luggage locks and flight comfort kits to enhance your journey. Chapter 24 reveals why luggage gets lost and how to prevent it. Lost luggage can arise from tight transfer times, unclear labeling, or even human error during loading. A simple precaution is placing a printed itinerary or boarding pass copy inside your bag. This allows airport staff to identify your luggage even if tags are damaged or missing. Using an electronic tracking device also helps monitor your bag's location during travel. Lastly, taking a photo of your bag's contents can be crucial for filing any compensation claims. Chapter 25 explains what occurs if a bird collides with an engine. Although bird strikes sound concerning, modern engines are engineered to handle them. These incidents are rare, generally happening during takeoff or landing when planes encounter birds. Engines sometimes may fail, yet commercial jets can still fly safely with one functioning engine. Pilots engage in extensive training for such instances and respond promptly to minimize risk. In certain situations, flights will return to the airport for safety, but severe failures are exceptionally uncommon. Chapter 26 discusses why commercial planes don't have ejector seats or parachutes. Unlike fighter jets, commercial aircraft lack ejection systems or parachutes for passengers due to their speed, altitude, and sheer number of travelers, making such measures impractical. Ejecting from a commercial plane demands specialized gear, training, and oxygen masks, which still entail serious injury risks. Instead, aircraft employ life vests, rafts, and practiced evacuation procedures. These alternatives prove safer, quicker, and more dependable in genuine emergencies. Chapter 27 covers why planes lack reverse gears. Unlike cars, airplanes don't reverse. Their engines are designed to propel air backward, generating forward thrust. Airports utilize specialized pushback tractors to facilitate backward movement from gates. Though technically possible for jets to reverse using engine power, it is inefficient and poses risks to ground personnel. Thus, pilots never back up independently. In Chapter 28, we reveal that there are cameras in the cabin. Many passengers aren't aware that some planes are equipped with cabin cameras. They are not hidden or intrusive. They're situated near crew workstations to monitor less visible areas. Their purpose is to ensure security during takeoff and landing when flight attendants are seated. However, lavatories remain camera-free zones. These systems assist crew members, especially in emergencies when quick response is essential. Chapter 29 explains the reasoning behind cabin rules during takeoff and landing. Instructions to raise window shades, return seats upright, and store large electronics entail more than mere formality. During takeoff and landing, visibility is crucial for passengers and rescuers alike. Raising window shades introduces natural light, enabling your eyes to adjust in case of power failure. Stowing devices guarantees free aisles during evacuations. Such small acts can actually save lives in an emergency. In Chapter 30, we explore why certain airlines skip rows 13, 14, or 17. If you've examined your boarding pass and noticed a missing row 13, you're not mistaken. Many airlines avoid specific row numbers based on cultural superstitions. In many Western countries, 13 is considered unlucky. Likewise, certain Asian regions skip row 4 or 14 due to their pronunciation resembling death in local dialects. Although it's a minor adjustment, it respects passengers' peace of mind. Chapter 31 addresses the reality of crew equipment and safety tools. Flight attendants undergo extensive training that goes beyond handing out snacks. They possess equipment including defibrillators, oxygen kits, fire extinguishers, and even handcuffs. These items are utilized to address potential threats posed by unruly passengers. Though uncommon, disruptive behavior warrants serious attention, and crew members are trained to de-escalate and restrain when necessary. Each item serves a purpose in maintaining in-flight safety. Chapter 32 reveals a secret hidden in the tail of the plane, the Auxiliary Power Unit, APU. That small opening at the back isn't merely for appearance. It houses the APU, a hidden turbine engine delivering power for cabin lights, air conditioning, and critical systems when main engines are off. It's also employed for starting those engines on the ground. The APU acts as a silent workhorse, ensuring comfort and safety before takeoff. In Chapter 33, we learn why planes don't utilize multiple doors for boarding. While dual doors could expedite the boarding process, they would require additional gate space, which many airports lack. Boarding from both ends could disrupt ground operations as well. Dual boarding occurs more often in newer terminals or with budget airlines utilizing stairs rather than jet bridges. Nonetheless, most airports prioritize order over speed. Chapter 34 reveals how airline pricing algorithms may trick you. Airline ticket prices aren't static. They fluctuate constantly, sometimes multiple times within a single day. Algorithms analyze your search behavior, demand, and location to adjust fares. Clearing your cookies or searching in incognito mode can sometimes provide cheaper options. Additionally, booking early doesn't guarantee the best rate either. Some routes display predictable fare cycles, and comparison tools can help identify patterns to maximize savings. In Chapter 35, the rationale for requesting phone shutdown becomes clear. Enabling airplane mode isn't merely a formality. Mobile devices emit radio frequencies that could disrupt pilot communication systems. While modern planes are significantly shielded against interference, the risk, particularly during takeoff and landing, is still present. More importantly, compliance ensures passengers remain receptive to crew instructions during critical moments. Following this guideline is both a safety measure and a show of courtesy. Chapter 36 describes how crew members handle in-flight medical emergencies. Cabin crew undergo thorough training for emergencies, becoming certified in CPR, automated defibrillator use, and identifying symptoms of cardiac arrest or strokes. Planes come equipped with emergency medical kits and maintain communication with ground medical professionals through radio. In acute situations, pilots can divert to the nearest airport. Such support structures offer reassurance to passengers with health concerns. Finally, Chapter 37 discusses the reasons behind overbooked flights. Overbooking is not an oversight, it's a deliberate strategy. Airlines anticipate that some passengers won't show, so they sell more tickets than available seats to maximize revenue. Most of the time, this system works seamlessly. However, if all passengers arrive, someone may get bumped. Passengers denied boarding have rights and are often entitled to compensation. Regulations in many countries protect these rights. Airports and aircraft operate on engineered decisions, some overt and others hidden, shaping each traveler's experience. By recognizing these systems, passengers can lower stress levels, save money, and make informed decisions before and during flights. If you found this video insightful, feel free to share your favorite secret or tip in the comments below. Don't forget to check the description for official travel resources and products aimed at enhancing your travel experience. Lastly, subscribe to Travel Tactics for more exclusive insights that airlines would rather keep under wraps.